Alright, what's up guys? Knicks Daily here back. In my last video, I spoke about what to expect from the Knicks next season, and it definitely was all over the place. And the reason why the Knicks kind of confused me is because all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, we're desperate for Donovan Mitchell. And then the next thing I see is like, oh, no, we're actually pulling away from Donovan Mitchell. We don't want him for that price. We're going to go into next season with our team. I'm also concerned with Coach Tibb. I'm concerned with Julius Randle. I'm concerned with Evan Fournier. Like, are these players going to be able to help the Knicks actually make a run next season? And again, I don't expect the Knicks to win the championship, but I'd love for the Knicks to get out of the first round, man. The goals for next season should be to get out of the first round. I know that's kind of a weird goal, but like, I don't want the Knicks to miss the playoffs. I don't want them to, barely get in and lose in 4 or 5 in the first round. Like, I want to try to get out of the first round. If we lose in six games to like the Sixers or something like that, then sure, man, that's okay. But just moving forward, it looks like we're not going to get Donovan Mitchell, bro. But then the next thing I know, in a couple of days, oh, wow, Knicks and Donovan Mitchell trades heating up. Could be done as soon as Wednesday or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's tough to make videos when there isn't any consistency. Because, like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going through the Knicks' head. But I'll tell you how I feel like the Knicks should do it. And that is they should start Jalen Brunson at the 1. Then they should start Quentin Grimes, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. Normally, I go with Obi Toppin over Randle, but like, that's obviously not happening. We're paying Randle like over $100 million, so I'll give Randle the benefit of the doubt. Well, the thing is, Randle came into camp out of shape. If Randle can get back to his old self next to Jalen Brunson, then that's gonna be huge. Like Julius Randle, we know he can put up 20, 10, and 5 like it's nothing. And we just need the efficiency to be there. But I feel like Brunson and just Randle being actually in shape, because the last time Randle showed up in incredible shape, he had an incredible season. He was second team All NBA. So, obviously I don't like to bash my own team's players, and it's nothing personal for Randle. I love Obi Toppin. I love Obi Toppin's ability to cut without the basketball, move without the basketball, shoot the three ball. And of course, Obi, we drafted him is the biggest thing. We drafted Obi Toppin a couple years ago, number 8 in the draft, and I love the pick. I still do. And Obi, we've seen Obi in when he's getting minutes, be very productive. And also, Emmanuel Quickley and Obi Toppin together is just deadly, bro. But, obviously we don't have a starting spot for Quickley. But a lot of Knicks fans believe that Emmanuel Quickley is going to have a really good season coming off the bench. And I honestly am all for it, dude. I'm all for it. I wish Quickley was starting, but at the same time, Jalen Brunson is that dude, bro. Jalen Brunson is really good. Speaking of, going out there and giving you 28 points a night, if Jalen Brunson can give us like 22 and 7 every single night, wow, would that be a steal of a signing? Because like we could have gone out there and traded for D'Lo, or we could have gone out there and made a trade for a point guard. But the fact that we just brought in Jalen Brunson, I know it was for $100 million, but a good point guard for $100 million isn't even that bad. That's in the prime of his career. He'll be 29 when his contract ends. So that's the Knicks starting lineup. Let me repeat myself again. And what I would like, it won't be. I actually, you know what? A lot of Knicks fans as well believe that Quentin Grimes is going to start. I don't think I can buy into that. I think, for all I know, we could actually roll out. No, Cam Reddish ain't starting, bro. It's gonna be. I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be. But like, no, because I don't think we're gonna go with Brunson and Fournier. Because Quentin Grimes is obviously a significantly better defender than Fournier. So maybe we will roll out Brunson and Grimes. I would like that a lot. It would be interesting. So yeah, we'll go with Brunson, Grimes, RJ, Randle, and Mitch. And then the second unit would be Emmanuel Quickley, Evan Fournier, Cam Reddish, Obi Toppin, and Isaiah Hartenstein. And then, of course, we would mix in Jericho Sims, Rose, McBride. That's actually a pretty good team, man. Honestly, my last video, I was talking about how I didn't really see the Knicks being anything higher than the 6th seed. And to this point, I still don't know. Obviously, things could change. Like, the Knicks could be really good, or they could be kind of where I expect them to. But I do think that the Knicks will be around the 6th seed, maybe the 5th seed, maybe the 7th, but it's a really difficult conference. But if Randall does get back to his old self, and of course Jalen Brunson has like an all-star type of season, the Knicks actually really could be difficult to beat, man. Because the Knicks are an elite defensive team. They've got some firepower. They've got now Brunson, they've got and RJ Barrett's giving you 20 a game. They basically have 3 players giving you 20 a game, and then we're going to see improvements from Quickly and getting a healthy Rose back and getting Mitchell Robinson. I know he doesn't bring much offensively, but Mitch just is just going to continue to get better with Brunson because Brunson isn't known for running pick and rolls, but he's obviously can run pick and rolls, and that's only going to help Mitch. And then Isaiah Hartenstein with his passing ability, Jericho Sims is just looking ripped, and he's going to be mostly good for us in defense. He's not really going to give us anything offensively, but I just honestly I like what the Knicks have going on, dude. Like I couldn't ask for much better. Like it's crazy because the Knicks they don't have a superstar and things like that. But from what the Knicks had last season, actually not even last season, but from what the Knicks had a couple of seasons ago, the fact that they got to this point is incredible. Not to mention they have 8 tradable first round picks. So I mean, if you add Donovan Mitchell to this roster, the Knicks would be they honestly would be a threat, bro. Like I'm talking about if Randall can get back to his old self. And no, I think I might title this video around Julius Randle. It's probably the first positive Randle title I've ever had, but like the Knicks, the faith of the Knicks is going to come down to Julius Randle. Like if Julius Randle actually plays like we know he can, I mean the Knicks are going to be. They might even be like the 5th or the 4th seed, man. I don't think they're going to be a top 3 seed. That's kind of crazy. But like I think the Knicks could honestly be a top 5 seed. Like I think people are underestimating Brunson. Like last season, the Knicks were competitive. They blew a lot of leads. I mean, if the Knicks had Brunson last season, dude, we'd be talking. They would have made the playoffs. Like there's no question. Or at least the plan. Probably would have made the playoffs. They would have had to fight their way. They still would have been in the play-in because 7th, 8th seed. But I think people really are just discrediting Jalen Brunson and what he brings to the team. Like, yeah, sure, he's not necessarily an all-star player, but it's you can't like the craziest thing about it is that people think that Jalen Brunson only thrived with Luka. Jalen Brunson's numbers were better without Luka on the court. It's proven. Look it up. I mean, there was a stretch. I think it was in like late December or something or maybe it was in December. And Luka missed, I want to say, 10 games. And Jalen Brunson went out there, was giving you 22 and 7 and 5 on good splits, upper 30%. And, I mean, Jalen Brunson's a good player. And it's kind of sad that when I first started covering Brunson, dude, I didn't like it. I was like, $100 million for Brunson. He's not even an all-star. Like, what's going on? Let's get DeJounte Murray. I mean, yeah, DeJounte Murray is better than Jalen Brunson, but Jalen Brunson obviously is a better shooter, and I feel like he kind of fits the Knicks better because like Jalen Brunson can play with or without the basketball. Like it's true. He played with Luka, the most ball dominant player, and then of course he thrived and was even better without Luka out there. So and a lot of people in the Brunson camp and Knicks organization believe that Luka was even holding Brunson back. I think that's a little bit preposterous, but I do think that Luka, in a sense, was holding Brunson back and not making it like I'm not saying Brunson's going to turn into like a superstar without Luka, but like obviously playing next to Luka is a blessing, but I feel like it's also kind of a curse. The same thing with James Harden, dude. Like everyone, I feel like gets better when they play with James. Like especially like look at Russ. I mean, Russ was still good in Washington. Don't get me wrong, but it's like Russ played the best basketball of his career with Harden. But like, I don't know, I'm getting off topic here. But last video, man, I was all over the place. But that's because I don't know what the hell the Knicks are doing. Like, are we getting Mitchell? Are we not? Are we starting? Are we playing the young guys? Like, what's gonna happen with Derrick Rose? Is Derrick Rose playing over Emmanuel quickly? Like, I don't really know what's going on with the Knicks. Like, normally when you go into the season, you realize like what the expectations are. But like, I have no idea. Like, do the Knicks feel like they're going to be a really high seed, or do they feel like they're just trying to make the playoffs and see what happens? Like, I guess you guys can let me know, but I appreciate you, man. Knicks Daily signing out here, dude. I'm actually kind of exhausted, dude. I've been making videos. I just made a Mets video. If you guys want me to check out the Mets video, drop a comment. I'll link it to you. It's on my other channel at Swaggy. But yeah, man, Jacob DeGrom's back in Tuesday. You guys are probably Yankee fans, actually. But yeah, all right, man. I'll catch y'all later.